It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. And it's that part of the morning where we talk about relationships. Now, when you meet someone new, yes, Leanne, take it all in. When you meet someone new, it can be very easy to find yourself wondering where they are, what are they doing, who are they doing it with, when you're going to see them again. And when you do, you find yourself a bit attached at the hip, if you will. But as the relationship grows, these feelings can sometimes subside. And then some people, they don't.
Yeah.
They just continue to be attached at the hip. And you experience those partners who we can term being clingy. So what do you do exactly when that happens in your relationship, when your partner is overly protective, overly possessive, overly clingy?
Exactly. Or does your partner think they're clingy? They might not even know.
Yeah.
When does this lend itself to being abusive? And that's why we have our relationship expert in the house, Dr. Eve, and she's going to be answering all of your questions and your comments on this topic. So please do feel free to give us a call on 021 430 9881. Good morning, Dr. Eve.
Hello, so much great high energy
I
today.
know.
We're all excited for Tropica. That's premiering
Is that it?
tonight, 7:30.
I heard. I'm
Set you alarm.
definitely going to
Set
be
you alarm.
watching because
Yeah.
you're in it.
And of course, there'll probably be a couple of couples as well who'll be sitting side by side on the couch watching it. And one of them wondering, why is my partner so clingy? Why do they always want to be so close to me all the time? But let's quickly take it to the beginning of the
Let's do
relationship
that.
and why couples like to spend a lot of time together.
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, then they're never going to get the cling stuff going. And the cling stuff is essential at the beginning of a relationship, as we well know, because also if you don't, in fact, Katlejo, if you don't want to cling in the beginning, you shouldn't really be together. Yeah. You should instinctively feel, I really want to be this person because I feel good with this person, and so I want to do a lot of this cling wrap situation. But then as time goes by and we cycle through the different stages of relationship, you feel more secure with each other, and then you feel, oh, I can see you thinking.
I was just thinking that's a very bold statement that you've just made, Dr.
What's
Eve. That if your partner in the very beginning, during the butterfly or the honeymoon phase, as they call it, is not clingy, you should be worried.
Absolutely. And I think this happens a lot via social media as well, right? Where there is a culture of let's not catch feelings. And so people are actually, in fact, let's turn the conversation around. Here we go. What happens when your partner isn't clingy? That's also quite,
I'm not going to lie, I would be worried.
Hey,
In the beginning stages, you know, it's like the honeymoon phase. You want to spend every waking moment together.
There you
If I
go.
was on that vibe and he was just like, girl, please, you need to calm down.
There you go.
You know what the danger
Day
is?
3 of our relationship.
There
Come
you
on.
go.
Linda, listen. Now we're creating a bit of an expectation, because now the question is, how long should that clinginess last? When you're talking about the honeymoon phase, are we saying the first 3 months, the first month, the first week? Which is it then, Dr. Eve? Because if they're clingy only for a week and not for 2 months, is that danger zone?
Yeah. So let's go back to evolution. And from an evolutionary point of view, your first 6 weeks are really going to be very clingy. You really want to be attaching to each other to be able to ensure that you've got this mate guarding going down. And then it's after the first 6 weeks that you then say, actually, I am feeling a little safe here. I can show who I really am. And that's when the differences start to appear, because in the beginning we all do a lot of pleasing behavior. You hide what you really want in order to catch the person and to cling to the person. And then after 6 weeks, it's about, well, actually, I don't really enjoy watching soccer, but I used to watch it with you because I just wanted to please you. I like tennis. And then negotiation begins with the couple. But I like this idea of if you don't cling.
Definitely. Well, when we come back after our little break, we're going to find out when this clinginess and possessiveness becomes a little bit of a problem. What are those warning signs? So please do give us a call on 021 430 9881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Brilliant and inspiring stuff on your Monday morning right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're back again with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we're discussing how to identify clinginess or possessiveness in your relationship. So if you have any questions or comments about this, feel free to call us on 021 430 9881. Shall we engage?
Let's engage. Okay, so we talked about that initial 6-week period.
Yeah.
You want to spend every waking moment together, just like, be in that person's space. And then things start to calm down. They start to subside for one of the people in the relationship, maybe not for the other person.
That's
what are
problematic.
the reasons for one of the people in the relationship remaining clingy and possessive?
It's a red flag, and I really want our viewers to consider, do they have a partner who is protective or who is possessive? Because once this person becomes really clingy, they're going to say to you, it's because I love you so much, babe. It's because I really care about you, because you are my whole world. I don't need to go outside, I only need you. So you don't need to go outside either. You know, you don't really need to spend so much time with Leanne because, you know, we've got the whole thing here. We can just Netflix and chill. We don't have to even see family so much anymore because we're the whole world now. And slowly but surely, this person gets you out of your world and begins to cling in a very, very unhealthy manner to you, that your world becomes smaller and smaller, and it's always under the guise of love. This is because I love you. And that's your red flag, because there is really a point in the cycle of the relationship from that 6 weeks onwards when there is a security and a sense of self-esteem and commitment, and that's like a really big thing. If there's a commitment between two people, that they can then begin to dislodge from each other, uncling, and go into their individual worlds again, always including the other person, but making sure that they continue to have their own lives, bringing you in, leaving you out, bringing you in, leaving you out, but very, very much have the freedom and the independence to still be their own people. And if this other partner is clinging, it really is an unhealthy thing. It's like, I'm coming with you for drinks to you, you know, with your friends, or I'm coming with you to your family, begins to control your life. That's when it begins to move into a place of, this feels uncomfortable for me, and perhaps this is abusive.
And I'm sure then so much more uncomfortable is it then to have that conversation when you feel that there is that overly clinginess.
Because
or
I'm going to come back
possessiveness.
to you and say to you, but hey, this is just what love is.
Yeah.
This is how I show love.
how do you approach that conversation with your
Yeah.
partner if you feel that they're being clingy to the extent where it is not love anymore and they're isolating you out of the world, or all of the above that you've just mentioned?
So
how
your
do you start that
first
conversation?
response, somebody's going to feel defensive and say, no, but you know, I'm only going to be gone for 5 minutes, and okay, so you're messaging me too much while I'm out for drinks with my friends, and I prefer that you don't. And this person will say, but that's love, because I love you and I really care and I'm protecting you. And that's, if you're not careful, that's when you can go into this belief system of, yeah, maybe that is love, or maybe there's something wrong with me, that I don't want to be so clingy, or I feel uncomfortable with it. And if you stay in that place where this is something wrong with me, that's when you go down that slippery slide and you end up in a place where you're fully controlled.
Yeah.
So I want to just say to viewers, if you're feeling in that place where there is too much clingy and you're beginning to doubt your own self and your own boundaries and your own comfort level, call us. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. My concern with clinginess and possessiveness is that if you don't respond in the way that they want to, it lends itself to insecurity. And when insecurity steps into the relationship, they're going to expect something from you that you're maybe not able to give them, which is a feeling of being wanted, a feeling of self-worth, and all of
right?
those things.
Yeah.
But we will continue this topic because I think it's a hot topic, and I think a lot of people are going through it. So if you have identified that there is clinginess and possessiveness in your partner, then please do give us a call. We're on 021 430 9881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso on a Monday morning. Relationship talk time with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we're discussing clinginess in a relationship, or over possessiveness. When does it border on abuse? When does it border on love? And this is what is normal. And we reflected quickly during the break, Dr. Eve, on, as the partner who is clingy or possessive, how do you deal with your own emotions in trying to correct them? If you do, after considering what you've named, and seeing yourself as the person who's being potentially abusive in a relationship in that way.
Yeah, I mean, I want to have empathy with this person, because they may be feeling so insecure in themselves. They also might have come out of a relationship where they were hurt, or where there was infidelity, or they were just abandoned in their previous relationship. So they come into the new relationship feeling, well, I have to be clingy, or I am insecure already, and I'm now in a new relationship, and I've got to protect this partner, or protect myself by being very present to this person all the time, because I don't want to feel the way that I felt in my last relationship, where I was let down, or where the person left me or had too much freedom. And so they go into this clinging situation as a way of preventing being hurt. And they don't really realize, and I'm trying to be kind here, that what that clinging does is actually chase somebody away, that it's not a healthy thing to be able to do. But if you are insecure and you feel as if you need to possess, or you do possess this person, you're going to go in with that attitude of feeling we need to be together, kind of setting rules down. We're together now, we're in a committed situation, and we're going to be together 24/7. Also, you will share with me everything, your social media, whatever you're thinking about, all of your friends, all of your private time. They really feel that will make them feel safer in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
But it's quite a killer.
I want to quickly talk about what are the dangers, right, of being, especially let's say both of the people in the relationship are clingy, right? So they
Both
want to
are
spend.
clingy.
Yes, both of them are. So you start isolating yourself then from the world and what the potential negative effects of that could be when you're isolated from friends, from family, from association with other people around you.
Yeah, anxiety, depression. And then when the relationship, which is going to get bored, Kat, I mean, it's going to absolutely get bored and it's going to become like you're suffocating. What happens, which is potentially a vulnerable situation, somebody's going to go out and cheat just to be able to kind of get some fresh breath, just get some fresh air over here, because it's not possible to stay in this enmeshed, joined at the hip situation, this clingy situation for a long time.
Yeah. We've got Kay from Johannesburg on the line. Kay, good morning. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Good morning. I just wanted to share an experience of my past relationship in which a partner was very, very possessive in my books. And I didn't actually see it until we had split up and I got into a new relationship with someone who's more understanding. And just for time's sake, in my past relationship, he was very understanding in the beginning. And I had told him that I'm an entertainment journalist. I have to go out at least once or twice a week. And towards the end of the relationship, he became very possessive and clingy. He used to text and call incessantly.
Yeah.
He used to guilt trip me for going out, asking why I'm not going out with him. And whenever I invited him to these things, he would never actually show up. And then he'd call the next day and pretend like he forgot he was supposed to come through. And he'd guilt trip me and emotionally blackmail me basically in these situations.
Yeah,
Thank you for sharing.
I was just going to say that sounds like emotional blackmail, and I'm wondering how you managed to get out of that before it became too abusive, Kay.
At some point, I had spoken to my friends about this because the way he behaved actually affected me quite a lot. I became very anxious. I became very stressed.
Yeah.
And I just figured that this was not the kind of way I should be feeling in a relationship.
Excellent.
And he never made any effort to actually spend time with me. He just wanted me to not spend time with other people.
Oh, that's a very profound thing that you say, and thank you for sharing that.
Wow.
That it's such a sense of control. I don't want you, but nobody else can want you. Well, he does want her, but he doesn't want to have to be around. He can still have his freedom, but she has to be almost like this insect which is just trapped in his spider web. So I'm so pleased that you managed to get out of that relationship.
The imagery you're creating there, Dr. Eve, spine chilling. All right, we'll be back again one more time with Dr. Eve very shortly. Give us a call on 021-430-9881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, we're back for a final time with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve. We're talking about clinginess and possessiveness in a relationship, and we do have a caller on the line. Anonymous, good morning. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Okay, my question is, I'm in a relationship for over 4 years, and I am a bit clingy and protective because of what my partner and I've been through in the past. But tell me, being in this relationship so long, do I still need to feel insecure?
Well, Anonymous, it sounds like you are feeling insecure. So what is it about what's going on in the relationship that makes you feel so insecure?
I would like to be with him more than what I am, but his work doesn't allow that. And because he's a very busy person.
Okay, so you feel a little neglected by him?
Yes, yes.
And are you able to say to him, I feel neglected, and let's find some ways that we can still keep connected even if we can't physically be together?
We have a very good relationship and a very understanding relationship.
Right. So that sounds positive. So maybe you're saying that you're insecure in yourself, or you're feeling a little bit that you don't trust that he's going to stay with you. You feel insecure in yourself.
Well, he always makes me feel that I'm important to him. And we always commend each other and say how good we're together and how good we feel together. It's just that I can get very emotional if I'm not with him.
I can hear
because
what
I miss him.
Oh, okay, so I hear what you're saying. You know what it sounds like for me is that you have invested your whole life into this man.
Yes.
And maybe it's time for you to get your own little life going, that you will be distracted by things that are good for you and that will make you feel good about yourself, that you don't just depend on him to make you happy and just to be there, that when he's away, you've also got things that you can look forward to develop some purpose for your own self. I would really recommend that for you. But don't judge yourself. Don't feel bad because you know you miss this man and you feel emotional. Don't feel badly about yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Eve.
Okay, go
thank
get
you
a
very
life.
much. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Anonymous, for sharing that, and thank you also to our other caller earlier on. Dr. Eve, thank you very much for sharing your insights and being a comfort to those who are in need of that voice of reason when it comes around. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and of course, we'll have Dr. Eve back again next week on the hot seat. Until then, thanks, babe.
Oh.